The summertime is when all my hard work paid off. The warm weather mixed with some rainfalls gave the plants exactly what they needed to take over. Most of the empty spaces on the ground started to fill up with a variety of plants, and we started to get our first pops of color in the meadow. One of the busiest plants early on was a species called lamb's quarter. Much of them were covered with colonies of ants that were farming colonies of aphids. The ants protect the aphids from predators and carry them in their mouth to the juiciest parts of the plant. In exchange, the aphids, which are these small sap-sucking insects, will produce a sweet waste product called honeydew. And the ants will feed on this high-energy substance, giving them a reliable food source throughout the seasons. For the unfortunate aphids without any ant protectors, the majority of them got picked off by ladybugs, both the adults and the larvae. Ladybugs did a great job at managing this pest because midway into the summer, I couldn't find any aphids around the pond. Around this time, I had noticed that the vegetation around the pond was getting very high. Typically, birds don't feel safe using the pond if it's overgrown, so I decided to mow a section behind the pond to open it up, as well as a small footpath around the area. I also did a 50% water change to the pond to try to reduce some of the algae that had built up. I then added a new feature to the area by building a dust bath. These were super easy. I just covered a small area with sand and made sure they were out in the open so they could absorb heat from the sun. And within the day, the first birds were starting to use them.